What did you learn from podcasting about routine and consistency that kind of blends into every other area of your life?
That's a good question.
Whenever someone says that to me, that's like the hallmark. That's like my gold star for podcasting is like,
Yeah,
yes, good one.
you had something in there. Yeah, I think consistency definitely is a big one with the podcast process in itself. So for me, like when I started the podcast, I was like, I'm going to do this every single week. This is going to be
Yeah.
released every single week, and we're not doing weeks off. That's just like the way that my brain works.
Yep.
You're one of my few subscribers on my Substack. I don't really promote it, and so it's mostly just like friends and family.
My gosh, you should, man. That's some good stuff out there. I get a lot on that.
But it's a weekly thing. It's every Friday, and that's been like over 2 years now. But it's not like a ton of work. It's like I just have to write a 2-page thing, once a week. But
Tell that to a high school kid who's got to write a 2-page thing once a semester, man. You're doing it once a week. That's incredible.
but it's the consistency of it and the public nature of it as well. Even if it's a small audience, it's like, okay, people know that I'm doing this. People
Yep.
are going to see this when it comes out. So that was one thing with the podcast was the consistency element. I don't know about other things with routine. Like I feel like I pick out small things from guests around. Like I honestly, I find a lot of motivation. I'm sure you found this, but there's some episodes where I get off and I'm like, I'm inspired. I'm going to go for a run, or I'm going to rethink everything I'm doing business wise.
Well, yeah.
And so those episodes really stand out. There are some of those where I just I just have like a new fire behind me. That's like, okay, I got to go do this thing.
I have the same experience, by the way. You get to talk to so many people through the podcast and people you would never talk to otherwise, and their life story, challenges they've overcome, mentors they've had, gifts they've been given by other people that they share with me. I'm like, I feel unworthy in a way to have received this. And in a little way, so does all the audience that is tuning in and getting these. No way would anyone in my audience, I don't think, connect with Christopher from New Zealand I had on a couple weeks ago that talked about luxury mission trips. It was so far out of anything I'd ever thought of before. And it's like, I gained a lot from that. The audience gains a lot from that. It's like more begets more. And that's been one of the coolest aspects for me of the podcast is encountering things I love. In college, one of my favorite hobbies was drinking espresso. I discovered caffeine in college, and drinking espresso and talking to philosophy majors about life and brain bender stuff. And that's the same thing with the podcast. But these things are actually more practical and life-giving for family, for business, for hobbies, for running, for fitness, which is so cool. But the consistency piece, consistency is king, period. Consistency is king. And the sooner you can start living a consistent life, like compound interest, the sooner your hobbies can compound and you can become the best version of yourself. I mean, the old saying, the best time to plant a tree was 100 years ago. The next best time is today. Like, I'm not beating myself up about this. I wish I would have started my podcast 10 years ago. I happened to start it last year. Good. Here we are. We're in it. And same for you. Like, if you're trying to start something and you're kind of beating yourself up, I should have done this. I should have lost that weight a couple years ago. I should have gotten more physically fit. I should have ended this relationship. Well, hey, what's done is done. Start today. And here we go. Let's start compounding today. Today is the day. All right, well, lightning round. I know you've got 1 minute.
No, I have 2:30 or 3:30.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I had 3 as my time.
I mean, unless you have a cup.
You're Musogi, 100 miler. Tell me about that.